Mr. Speaker, I rise today to voice my concerns about Bill C-613, an act to amend the Parliament of Canada Act and the Access to Information Act on transparency. I'd like to focus specifically on the part of the bill that deals with the Access to Information Act. As you know, this part of the bill proposes to change some of the wording in the purpose section of the Act to state, 1, that government information must be made openly available to the public and accessible in machine-readable formats. 2, that necessary exceptions to the right of access be rare, limited, and specific. And thirdly, that decisions on the disclosure of government information should be reviewed and enforced independently of government. Mr. Speaker, these amendments may seem to be only a few words on the page, but their effect on the access to information system and the infrastructure and resource set up to administer it are far-reaching and costly. Further, we object to the bill because these changes that it proposes are not necessary in light of existing practices under the Act. In fact, they would overburden the administration of Canada's access to information regime. Indeed, they would lead to increased cost pressures and delays in responding to information requesters. Mr. Speaker, the bill would also give the Information Commissioner order-making powers under the Act. Once again, this is unnecessary. The Information Commissioner already has the strong mandate needed to investigate and resolve disputes concerning access to information requests. However, while we don't support the bill, let there be no mistake about the government's commitment to transparency, accountability, and getting government information into the hands of Canadians. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, Canadians are accessing more government information now than ever before. And the government is more open and transparent today than it has ever been. We understand that government information and data can enhance the transparency and accountability of our public institutions and spur economic activity. And we're committed to strengthening and modernizing our access to information and privacy program. We have already accomplished a great deal in this respect. We have created online tools. This includes a dedicated website that allows users to make and pay for access to information and privacy requests online. This website provides better service to information requesters by making it simpler and more convenient to request government records. It started as a pilot project in April of 2012, but its use has expanded to include 21 government organizations. We have also posted summaries of completed access to information and privacy requests online and on our open data portal. More than 100 government organizations are currently doing this, and Canadians can search out completed requests on our open data portal at data.gc.ca. In fact, in 2012-2013, we provided Canadians with more government information than ever before, nearly 6 million pages. We've also posted online 3 million pages of archived government records. We are committed to modernizing our access to information and privacy program, and we're taking concrete action in compliance with the acts as they are. Another important part of the government's commitment to transparency is the work that we have been doing on open data, including the creation of the Open Data Portal I just mentioned. As you know, open data is a growing worldwide phenomenon. Open data is about making raw data available in machine-readable formats to citizens, governments, and not-for-profit and private sector organizations. It has the potential to spur innovation and drive social, political, and economic change here in Canada and around the world. In fact, Mr. Speaker, the U.S. global management consulting firm McKinsey & Company estimates open data could unlock trillions of dollars in the global economy. but the full potential of open data will be realized only when it's available to as many people as possible. That's why we're making it as easy as possible for people to find, access, and reuse government data. One way we have done that is through our open data portal at data.gc.ca. This portal is a one-stop shop for nearly 200,000 data sets from over 40 government departments that can be downloaded free of charge by anyone in Canada or around the world. And a key feature of this portal is the Open Government License, which gives users unrestricted use of government data and information. We are also supporting open data by putting as much government data as possible into the hands of users. Let me give you an example. We are working on an initiative called Open Data Canada, a collaborative project with provincial and territorial governments to create a seamless pan-Canadian open data community. When this is in place, Canadians from across the country will be able to search for and have unrestricted access to data from multiple governments, and we are working hard to leverage open data as a public asset. By making more and better data available, we'll have a pan-Canadian platform for better decision-making in business, research, social programs, and the day-to-day lives of Canadians. Our objective is to get government data into the hands of inventive users. One way we're doing this is by tapping into the creativity of Canadians. We have just concluded public consultations during which we heard from Canadians on how we can do even more. The result of these consultations will be Canada's second action plan on open government. This plan will be released in the fall and will build on the steps that we've already taken to improve transparency and accountability. Steps like ATIP Online, the Open Government License, and Open Data Portal. Mr. Speaker, let me add that Canada has been at the forefront of the international open government movement. In April 2012, we announced our membership in the Global Open Government Partnership. As part of this, we pledged to support and promote open government, both in Canada and around the world. Since then, more than 60 countries have signed on to Open Government Partnership, with each country committing to promote transparency, empower its citizens, and harness new technologies to strengthen governance. Mr. Speaker, I should also mention that Canada is the co-chair of the Open Government Partnership Working Group on Open Data, with over 30 countries and 75 civil society organizations represented. In closing, let me say that open government is something our government is firmly committed to in all its aspects, and strong, modern access to information system is part of our commitment. Our goals are to improve the transparency and accountability of government organizations, and strengthen Canadian democracy and spur economic innovation. And Mr. Speaker, while these are our noble goals, I question the motive of the Liberal leader on transparency, and here's why. First, he and his party are committed to repealing First Nations Financial Accountability Act. Second, he accepted speaking fees from unions and then voted against union financial transparency legislation. And thirdly, he committed to running open and transparent nomination contests and has turned his back on that. Mr. Speaker, with these points in mind, I would ask the honourable members to see Bill C-613 for what it is, an unnecessary and costly waste of taxpayers' money. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.